What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for Survivor Series this year, man. And it was a good show, all things considered, nothing too crazy. A far cry from fucking Full Gear, man, but by WWE standards, this was actually a very good show. I actually did enjoy my time watching this, outside of, like, one thing that really pissed me off. Besides that, man, this was an overall decent show. Good show. So anyway, let us jump right in. So we started off with the Men's Survivor Series 5-on-5 elimination match. This match actually ended up being a clean sweep for Raw, which really surprised me because I thought at least, I didn't really know who. I thought Raw was probably going to win, but I thought maybe SmackDown will at least get some eliminations, maybe get one, maybe get two. But nah, it was a clean sweep. And first off, I'm not going to, I'll go over a couple things, because there was really nothing to this match, really. There was really nothing to this match. But Seth was actually the first one to get eliminated, and he pretty much just went full Bray Wyatt, went down his knees and offered himself as like a sacrifice, saying that this is for the greater good before he got eliminated. Now, we all know that obviously he's going out to help, to of course be there for Becky Lynch. The man's gonna have a kid, we already know that. And maybe he knows how to shit this product, he's like, just get me the fuck out of here quick, as quickly as possible. But anyway, man, so we all know what's going on, but I think, now JD mentioned this actually in his review, that's why I'm bringing it up here, and he actually made a very good point. He mentioned that this could mean that actually, when Rollins comes back, most likely at the Rumble, that the Messiah gimmick is probably done, and he'll go and at the Royal instead of hearing the we'll hear burn it down, and everyone's gonna start marking out like crazy, and he's like gonna run to the ring or whatever. I'm not gonna, because that would make sense. The Messiah gimmick, for as great as it was, I would say it has run its course. There's really nothing more you can really do with it at this current moment of time. So I would not be surprised, and the man's obviously not going to get booed when he comes back. We know the man just became a father, so he ain't going to get booed. So I would not be surprised in the Rumble he is back to being a babyface, and we hear "Burn It Down" once again on the PA. Which I'm not gonna lie, even though I've soured on Seth Rollins a little bit, his WWE career just fucked him royally throughout his Universal title runs. The Messiah gimmick was definitely some of his best work. I'm not gonna lie, if I hear "Burn It Down" at the Rumble, I'm gonna be marking out like crazy, because y'all know how much I fucks with that song. Burn it down! So yeah, man. Besides that, everyone else got eliminated. Otis. Jay ended up being the last man for SmackDown. I actually thought the man was going to get some elimination. There was a couple times when they got close, like with Baron Corbin hitting the end of days on AJ, and some other where he almost got it, but the others kind of got in there. You also saw Otis go against Keith Lee, which they gave my man new theme music. From what I was able to hear of it, it was pretty solid. They have Keith Lee rapping over it again, like he did with his original theme. I don't know why they couldn't just give us the original one. Maybe it was licensing issue and the license expired, right after TakeOver 30. I don't know. That could have copyright laws are finicky, so that could have very well have happened. Anyway, regardless of such. Regardless of such, Keith Lee got this theme music. It's actually pretty good from what I was able to hear of it, so thank the fucking gods. Anyway, so you got that, Otis and Keith Lee, that was pretty cool. Now, when Jay actually was the sole survivor for SmackDown, I thought that this was going to be like a repeat of 2014, when Dolph Ziggler made his one last stand against the Authority. I thought they were going to do that again. I thought that was going to happen and Jay would be the sole survivor and he'll do this off the road. But nah, he got eliminated too, even after a valiant effort, but he too got eliminated. And of course, you saw later on the show, Roman being like, just get out of here. They don't respect you, they don't fear you. You can't leave your team because they don't fear you. They don't fear you because they don't respect you. They don't respect you, they don't respect me, they don't respect the family. And he just tells Jay to get out of there. Just get out of his way. Get out of it. So, this match was fine. Nothing really too crazy, but could have been worse. Anyway, so next up, we had the New Day versus the Street Profits, of course, Raw Tag Team Champions versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Now, this match was great. A very good tag team match by WWE. Now, was it as good as fucking the Young Bucks versus fucking FTR Full Gear? Hell no. But by WWE standards, this is one of the best tag team matches we have gotten in a long time. Why they don't do this more frequently, I don't know. But regardless, actually, one thing I want to bring up real quick before we jump right into the match is that you guys know that for like the past, I want to say since WWE has brought back the brand split, they have been after each match, at least the ones that are like Raw versus SmackDown type matches, they've always usually having a score right there of like, oh, Raw has like 5 points versus SmackDown has 3 or whatever, and whichever one has the most points or whoever won the best of 7 series, whatever it was, won Survivor Series. And they've been doing this for at least the past couple of years. But this year, they actually did not do that. There was no score. They didn't really keep track of anything. So it really didn't even really... So that was actually, I found kind of interesting that they decided to do away with that. Because, it gave it more... It made things more interesting, but whatever. Anyway. So New Day came out first and actually... I almost blanked on what I was about to say for a second. You actually had the New Day come out dressed up like the characters from Gears of War, but then WWE took this opportunity to promote that actually you can play as the New Day in Gears 5 as DLC. Now, I don't play Gears, but damn it, does that pique my interest? Because I know Dave Batiste is also in the game as well. So Gears must really love the fucking I guess the developers over at whoever develops Gears must really love pro wrestling, because there's a lot of pro wrestlers in Gears 5. Can I do a Batista bomb through a table? If I can, then I might actually pick up Gears 5. But anyway, so that was pretty cool for all you guys that are into Gears, which I am not. Anyway, so yeah, so then the Street Profits came on, which you guys know I love the Street Profits. Not so much nowadays, but you guys know I was really into them back in NXT. And they were like getting themselves like really hyped. They're like, we won, no. We have the series. Come on, they're like getting this. I'm even getting hyped up while I was watching them. While I was watching this, even I was getting hyped while they were trying to hype themselves and saying like, we want the smoke before they made their entrance, man. Like, it was really good. Like, I love the Street Profits, man. So, like I said before, this match was great. I don't know why WWE doesn't do more, at least the main roster, I should say, doesn't do more of this. We're like having great tag team matches, but hey, whatever. This match was great. So anyway, one thing I actually found kind of interesting is first off they mentioned that the Street Profits were wearing these Adidas Ric Flair shoes, whatever. I wasn't paying attention. I think they said like an Adidas 16 something or other Ric Flair version, whatever. Either way, they were wearing Ric Flair shoes because you actually on the bottom of the shoe on the sole of the shoes it said "Whoa" on it as well. So that was a nice little touch there. But yeah, they were trying. But yeah, so that was it. So that was nice to see. I didn't even know Ric Flair had his own collaboration with Adidas. But hey, they're there, so that's cool. One thing I actually found kind of interesting with this match is actually the New Day actually spent a lot of this match kind of just fucking. I wouldn't necessarily fucking around with the New Day, with the Street Profits, but like playing a lot of mind games with them. They were like kind of showing up like, yeah, we have been here for much longer. We're going to show you our experience, kind of thing. And it was just quite interesting because you don't typically see that from the New Day, so it was an interesting change of pace for them to take that route throughout this match. Now, you actually had like after like Xavier and Kofi did both got them both to the floor on the outside. You had Xavier going like that they are not ready for the beat down the New Day's about to give them. Like they were talking like the New Day was talking a lot of shit throughout this match, which I actually did like. You had this one point where like Kofi like rolled in through the bottom rope only to get jumped into the air only to get like a drop kick from Montez. That was a pretty cool sequence. And you also had Montez hit Trouble in Paradise as well on Kofi, and you had Todd Phillips be like the Moxie of Montez. I'm like, I didn't even know Moxie was even a word. So you learned something new. At least I did. So anyway, so they're going back and forth through the match. You also had and also the Montez's ribcage was what the New Day was predominantly focusing on throughout this match. Kofi hit like 5 boom drops in a row, and then you saw Montez hit that gorgeous frog splash. And once he finally made contact with Kofi, he started selling the rib, before he tried to go for the pin, but couldn't make the cover. Then they also had him hit I forget what it was called, where Montez had like I think it was Kofi or it might have been Xavier in his arm, has him in a headlock, and then he runs up to where Angelo Dawkins is, runs on top of him, does a backflip off of it, and hits. I think they called it like a rolling sliced bread. I think is what the move was called from Corey Graves. I didn't even know that was a move. I don't know why it's called sliced bread, but hey, it looked cool. So that looked pretty cool. So anyway, the Street Profits ended up winning the match with a blockbuster for the win. Great match overall. Like I said, I wish we got more of this in the main roster, but a great match. I would highly recommend you guys check it out if you guys did not, if you guys ended up skipping the show and you're into tag team wrestling. Two of the best tag teams that WWE has to offer, showing you why they are the best. Anyway, so next up we had Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley. This match was honestly a complete waste of time. I don't even know why this match was even here. Like, I thought with this match, I was like, okay, Bobby Lashley's probably going to win, but maybe it'll be a decent match anyway, because Sami's great. But no, it was mostly just Sami arguing with the ref, arguing with the Hurt Business, and whatever. This match was a waste of time. Why did they even bother with this match? Bobby Lashley wins the match, and like, I don't know, wins with like the Hurt Lock, Sami taps out, and you know, we go on to the next match. Waste of time. No, really, I don't even really get why this was even on the card. Anyway, then we had Sasha versus Asuka. Sasha won this match. Fuck yes. Now, this match was really nothing new from what we have seen with Asuka and Sasha. This was really just more or less just two of the best female wrestlers working today, just going at it. That's basically what this match was. There was really nothing new to this match, although this match was surprisingly technical. There was a lot of submission holds throughout this match. First off, you had this one spot where Sasha like got Bailey. Surprisingly, I was actually expecting there to be some sort of interference from either Bailey or maybe Carmella. Which, by the way, what the fuck is Carmella wearing with this new gimmick she has? Like legit, what the fuck is that outfit? Like, it looks so fucking ridiculous. Anyway, regardless of such, I was expecting there to be some sort of interference, but nah, there was not. Sasha Banks won this match clean. So anyway, one spot I actually had where Sasha actually like threw Bailey. I don't know why I keep saying Bailey. When Sasha threw Asuka out of the ring, and then she's like, oh, come on in, Asuka. She's like opening the ropes and everything, and Asuka obviously doesn't go for it. And then when Asuka gets Sasha out of the ring, she does that exact same thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. You also had it where like Asuka hit Asuka countered something Sasha was gonna do from the second row, and then counters it into a fucking code breaker. So that was pretty cool to see Asuka doing a code breaker. I'm sure Chris Jericho was a very happy man seeing that. You also actually had it where Asuka or Sasha hit like an abdominal stretch, but then she kind of like put her leg on top of Sasha's or on top of Asuka's like rib cage area or whatever, and Corey mentioned that it was like almost like a fucking octopus stretch or whatever he called it. So that was actually a pretty interesting looking submission as well. And then we also had you also had like Asuka or Sasha countered something Asuka did into the bank same, which Asuka then countered almost into the Asuka lock, but Sasha managed to get out of it. And then it just became roll-up city. They were just countering each other with roll-ups. Throughout the last like 30 a minute or so of the match, they countered each other with roll-ups. Asuka hit Sasha with his kick, but Sasha manages to roll her up again and get the pin. 1, 2, 3. Great match. Nothing really new we haven't seen from these women already, but definitely a great match nonetheless. And then after that, we had the women's Survivor Series 5-on-5 match. Now, on the one hand, I ended up, I wouldn't say loving this match, but I ended up really enjoying it. On the other hand, that fucking ending. Now, to be fair, I expected the ending of the match to be way worse than it ended up being, and it really wasn't that bad. It's just how we got there is what pissed me off. Now, I'm gonna be real. All of the women here, even though maybe 5%, if that, I actually give a shit about, all the women were surprised that we're all good in this match. Liv Morgan was great. Ruby Riott was great. Of course, Shayna was fantastic. Bayley was great. Even, Peyton Royce, she looked really good in this match. I don't know why this Peyton Royce, where this Peyton Royce has been. Because before, when she was with with Billie Kay and the Iconics, she was fucking horrible. Like, I don't know. And apparently back in NXT, when she was there, she apparently wasn't really that bad. But I don't know I don't know when she got called up. Vince hit her with a fucking demoralizer and made her just as bad as fucking Billie Kay. I don't know if being with Billie Kay so long made her forget how to be a pro wrestler, and that's how she ended up being so shit. Because Billie Kay is fucking horrendous. Or she just got lazy, or I don't know what happened. But Peyton Royce looked very good, and best of all, Nia Jax didn't kill someone, so that's also a plus. But I got one thing I actually know from commentary. Now I might have misheard Corey Graves, but Peyton Royce hit something from the ropes, and then Corey Graves said like, oh, I would give that like a perfect 10 or whatever. So he said perfect 10. Which you guys don't know, Peyton Royce, I believe, is dating Shawn Spears, aka Ty Dillinger, which his whole gimmick was the whole perfect 10 thing. So, nice little sly reference there from Corey Graves. I'll give the man his props. I honestly don't like him, but I'll give him his props for that, because that was cool. I'll give him his props on that one. Yeah, man, now, I'm not going to go and discuss the match itself or go over what happened in which who got eliminated when, this, that, and the thing. I just want to talk about, like, the last, let's say 2 minutes of this match. Minute and a half. So about this point, it's basically just, it's basically, I think it was like Nia, Shayna, and Lana, which pretty sure about Lana. They were pretty much everyone. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler were both telling Lana to just stay out of the way, nobody tag her in, this, that, third. Which also, I gotta be real. You guys know I don't like Nia Jax, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is just my love of Shayna rubbing off on Nia. But I've actually looked, but the tag team, the duo they've had with her and Nia, it's actually been growing on me watching it on Monday Night Raw. Like, it isn't really all that great, but I don't mind it as much as I thought I was. I don't know if that's just my love of Shayna talking, or it just actually ended up working surprisingly well. I don't know. But I ended up not hating it. So anyway, after Lana, she ends up tagging herself in. Basically, after she tags herself out, you have both, I think it was like Shayna and Nia, both just like yelling at her, belittling her, telling her to stay on the fucking steps behind, the ring post, telling her to just stay behind there, don't move from there, and she's just sitting there and all that shit. I actually enjoyed that because fuck Lana. So, and of course, because I love Shayna Baszler. So anyway, we have it at the match. It's pretty much just her, Shayna, and Lana. So Shayna ends up getting rid of Ruby Riott after hitting her with the Karafuda clutch. What happened was she locked in the Karafuda clutch. The ref ended up getting stretching her. Ruby ended up pushing her way upward where she kind of like where she was pinning Shayna. But the ref was distracted. He ended up not seeing it. And by the time he returned it, Ruby had passed out. So then Shayna just pinned her. I like that one. I love Shayna's eliminations in this match. They were really good. I liked it. And then it's just Bianca and I think by this point it's just Bianca. And Bianca, or Liv Morgan might have been the last one there. You also had like Lana, Liv, and Ruby Riott going back and forth with each other, trying to get rid of Nia Jax, which I really like that little sequence there. But anyway, when Bianca Belair is the sole survivor, and she's going up against Shayna Baszler. Now, you guys know how much I love both these women. You guys know how much I love Shayna Baszler. Y'all know I fucks with Bianca Belair. And y'all know that they're great together because of the history they had back in NXT at some of the takeovers. I forget which takeover they ended up facing off against each other. But they've had their run-ins on takeover. So they're going at it, and for this brief moment, I am actually invested into this match, cheering Bianca on, hoping that she ends up surviving and becomes the sole survivor to win the match for Team SmackDown. And I'm thinking, man, they're really going to make Bianca a star because she's really holding her own against you. You have Bianca go for like a back handspring and China catches her into the coquille, into the Karafuda clutch. She's going at it and then, she's like fading and then she has to pick up Shayna and greets for the rope, but she managed to fall right on top of the rope. Shayna doesn't let go because she thinks she's passed out, so the ref's just going to be called a bell. But no, he goes to 5 and disqualifies Shayna Baszler. If you're going to eliminate Shayna, I'll take that ending. So then it's up to Nia Jax. And like I said, at this point, I'm cheering on Bianca, hoping that she wins. Thinking WWE's gonna finally get behind her, make her a new star. I feel like I'm being transported back to 2014, and I'm watching the 2014 Survivor Series match between Team Cena and Team Authority. Because if you guys do not know, funny story behind that match with me. See, before that match, I was never a fan of Dolph Ziggler because I was a kid, and I was still stuck in the kayfabe bubble and everything, and all that shit. So, but when that match ended, I saw Dolph Ziggler be the sole survivor against Team Authority and win the match. I became a big Dolph Ziggler fan after I saw that. So I'm thinking this is going to happen. So I'm thinking like they're always going to be low-key a repeat of that. Where Bianca's going to get the work with the sole survivor. Bianca and so it's Bianca and Nia. They're both out on the outside. They're going at the ref is counting. Bianca manages to heave Nia Jax over the barricade, and once she does that, he counts 10. And they both get counted at me, and Lana's the fucking winner. You see, like I said, I was so invested in this match during that last minute and a half where it was just Bianca and Shayna going at it, and then Bianca and Nia, that as soon as they said Lana was the sole survivor, my happiness turned to anger. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me with this bullshit? Lana! Lana! You could have made a new star with Bianca Belair, yet you go with fucking Lana. Once again, I am disappointed by this godforsaken company. Why do I keep watching this shit? Anyway, mini rant aside, this match was definitely better than the men's, and it was a great match all around with a fucking terrible match. Anyway, let's move on to the main event before we go and lightly discuss what happened with The Undertaker. So, we then had the main event, which is, of course, was Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Now, first off, I gotta talk about Roman. Y'all know that recently the man finally turned heel. The thing we all thought that would never happen happened. Roman Reigns turned heel, and I've been absolutely loving his heel character. Now, you guys know me. I've actually been a fan of Roman Reigns for this entire time when he was public enemy #1. I always enjoyed Roman Reigns. Now, do I think he was a bit overbooked, and do I think he should be the Undertaker? No. But I did enjoy Roman Reigns. But that was just me. But I will say, heel Roman is best Roman. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I'm usually posting that every single Friday. Heel Roman is best Roman. Or I love heel Roman. Something else. I am always praising heel Roman Reigns. It's been great. I've been loving his character work. The matches with Jey Uso at both Clash of Champions and Hell in a Cell were both excellent. Fantastic matches. And this match is no different. Love this match. This match was great as well. First few minutes with Drew and Roman were just them feeling out each other for a while. But then shit starts getting crazy, and then you got guillotines, and then you got ref bumps. Then you got fucking Roman Reigns like Samoan dropping Drew McIntyre into the table before spearing him through the barricade by the announcers. And you got Michael Cole act like he's Marlo and now be like, he went through a wall! Bit over the top, but hey, I'll go with it. This match is awesome enough that I'll let that slide. He went through a damn wall! It's a barricade, Michael Cole, but whatever. So you guys have them going at it, and eventually the ref gets, I think it was Drew knocks into the referee. Then you also had like a spear turn to a kick, and then him going and Drew going for after the ref get bumped, they of course start going at it, and that's when of course Roman starts using heel tactics, hits Drew with a low blow, and then Jey Uso comes in there and lands a super kick before Drew goes for a Claymore kick but ends up getting speared for the 1-2-3, and Roman wins the match. Fantastic match. I absolutely love this match. This was probably the best match in the card because this one actually had an ending that actually made sense, and I didn't hate the ending. So Roman wins this match. Great match. Absolutely love it. Definitely a match of the year candidate if you guys ask me. I absolutely love this match. It was fantastic, especially during those last 5 minutes. So then we have the whole 30th anniversary Undertaker stuff, where basically we had a bunch of older legends like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Big Show, The Godfather, and all those guys, kind of like Shawn and Shane McMahon. They all came into the ring before the Undertaker finally came out there and did his thing. He said, for 30 years, you know, and does his whole thing. And then to end the night off, this was actually pretty cool. Well, first off, they had these two, like, you know those things in old monster, in like old horror films from like the Universal Monster movies from the 30s, where like you have like these like giant like pillars or whatever that conduct like electricity together, whatever. They had 2 of those propped up in the Thunderdome, and they were actually doing Undertaker's theme with just with the sounds of the electricity. I thought it looked pretty cool, but anyway. We end the night off with this really cute, awesome moment where Undertaker takes a knee, does his pose, and on the apron is a hologram of Paul Bearer doing his iconic. Hold on, I gotta clear my throat for this one, man. I gotta make sure I do Paul Bearer right. Rusev Day. Okay, I got it. Oh yes! Probably blew the mic out with that one, but hey. So he does. So you have that. That was the highlight. That was probably the best part of the match, of this whole thing going on there. That was a nice little touch there. And then Undertaker, you know, of course, rides off, you know, down the card and everything, and the show fades to black. So, overall, a really good show. A bit better than I expected, but nothing too crazy. Couple matches I would recommend you guys check out if you guys did not watch the pay-per-view. And yeah, man, overall, I'm gonna give this show a 7 out of 10. Good show, but nothing crazy. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you like, if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, flag links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time. She's too